Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and you have a smiling Mac in front of you because Arsenal have defeated Paris Saint-Germain in their Champions League game on match day 2 at the Emirates. A 2-0 win, a comfortable win. So let's go ahead and talk about the game. It was a it was quite a tricky game, to be very honest with you. Arsenal, I like the way they went into the game. They let PSG control most of the ball. Like, they had majority of the possession at the end. Like, it was like 65 to 35% in possession. But the thing was, PSG, despite having a lot of possession, they never really, went ahead and did something with it. Arsenal were like in complete control. I'm liking this approach from Arteta. There is a lot of criticism from rival fans that Arsenal are becoming boring, and they are not, they're not playing that exciting football and whatnot. But this approach that Arteta is slowly building into the team, like, it's very, very hard to break down Arsenal. So it becomes very easy for our forward players to, when we get the ball, to make those runs and score that goal. And that's what happened. PSG, like, they had the ball in the, like, for the first 15-20 minutes. They had a majority of the ball. They controlled the possession, but they never really created any chances that would have, threatened Arsenal, or troubled Arsenal or Raya or Arsenal defense that much. They were basically sideways passing, and they were trying to break us down, but they were not able to. And then when they basically, it felt like this, they started on a high tempo, and then they slowly laid back, and that's when Arsenal pounced on them, and they attacked them. And what a beautiful pass from Trossard. I mean, what an inch perfect cross. Amazing cross. And Kai Havertz as well. Like, what a header that was. He basically put his body on the line. There was like a big risk to go there. He could have easily gotten hurt, but he doesn't go there. And then to go there and to it's not as like that he went there and he had the ball to, I had it in a way with the accuracy and with the power to know that if I had it with more power, it's gonna go over the bar to place it perfectly with that right power. I think it was a great goal, a great link up play between both of them, between Trossard's run and that across, and then Havertz making that run and heading it out, heading the ball. I think Donnarumma was at a little bit at fault because he should have come out early and grab that ball. But as I said, a great run from Havertz and a great header. And then when the first goal went in again, PSG, it felt like that woke them up again, and they again started to started to get up towards the Arsenal goal, and they started to create a bit better, I would say, as compared to the first 20 minutes. But unfortunately for them, again, like, I would say, as I said before, like, it's a great thing that Arsenal and Arteta are doing, that they are not now faced by opponent teams having majority of the ball. Like, before, it was like you would never assume that Arsenal would like have opposition teams have majority of the ball, because we really did not have the defense for it. We did not have the defensive midfielders for it, that we would be able to hold out, that we would not concede, because now it's very hard to break Arsenal. So the players and even the fans, like, even though they had majority of the ball, like, you wouldn't see any Arsenal fans thinking that we are in trouble. Like, the pressure that we used to feel before, it is not there in the players, in the fans at the moment, because they just don't feel that we are going to concede, that any team is going to break us down. And that's what happened. They kept on fighting the pressure, but nothing comes of it. And then we get that a free kick, Saka's free kick. I think that was a quite stupid foul to concede at that situation. Saka was already going to get the ball thrown out, but they make a stupid foul there, and then that a free kick. I don't know how that ball went in, how nobody was able to touch it, but I really don't care. The ball goes straight in from Saka's free kick. Arsenal go ahead at 2-0, and that was it. And that was the period where Arsenal, like, really went at PSG, and I think they were really lucky not to concede that third goal. And I think Enrique would be very happy. He was a very lucky man and a very happy man that they went into the first half with just 2 goals down, because after that second goal, until the until the first half whistle went. I think Arsenal were on top, and they should have got that third goal, but they did not. Second half comes in, and I think the first 5 minutes Arsenal were on top, but they did not convert the chances they created in those 5 minutes, and then PSG slowly, gradually came back into the game, and they started to get a hold of the ball more, and got the majority of the possession again, and then Arteta basically switched, and we again went back and started to defend as we did in the first half. I'm a bit disappointed that we decided to do that quite early as compared to the first half, and we let PSG have a lot of the ball. I'm fine with it. I agree with it. I understand the situation, but I would have been really happy that if we had played like 10 minutes more of that attacking football, but we just let them come back into the game, have majority of the ball, and we decided to hit them on the counters. And and it's another thing that Arsenal is becoming really good at it, are those counter attacks that are really a troubling opposition team, and they really troubled PSG as well. And I think it was a really good performance. Nobody really scored in that second half because, as I said, Arsenal really took their put the brakes and took their gas off the pedal. Like, it was a really a good defensive performance in the second half. PSG, on the other hand, I mean, the thing is, when your best attacking threat is your right back Achraf Hakimi was their best attacking threat, that just shows how bad of a performance your front players did. Like, I was raving about Barcola in my review for this weekend. I said he was really good. I think he has been one of the standout players for PSG, and one of the best players in League One this season, but he was invisible. I think he had a game to forget. Really poor, nowhere to be seen. And then even the strikers that he brought in around the 60-minute mark, I think Kolumani was the only one that troubled a little bit. Calafiori was the only defender that had one or two close moments. Apart from that, Arsenal defense were really good. PSG attackers never really were in the game, and as I said, the biggest threat that PSG had was Achraf Hakimi, and that just tells you that how bad their midfield and their front players played, that your defender is became your biggest threat. I think a big congratulations to Arsenal defense and the complete team as a whole. The way that we are defending at the moment, I think it's a big blessing for Arsenal, because we are known as the team that cannot defend over the years, but now it is really hard to break us down. And I think a lot of people are not noticing this, but majority of the teams who have won the leagues before, and even in now the Champions League, because it has become a league phase, it is very important to win games in league phase. And I think having such a formidable defense and a solid defense, I think it is going to be the key reason where Arsenal go ahead and win the league or win the Champions League. I think great performance. PSG, it is their first defeat of the season, so it's gonna sting them a little bit. And I think it was, in the end, I'm not being biased or anything, I think it was a fair result. In the first half, we went there and we got the job done. We got the 2 goals, and we tried to get the 3rd goal as well. It's not like that we did not try. Second half, basically the plan was to defend and try to hit them on the counter, and we almost got close. I think despite having less possession, our chances were quite more threatening, more better, more clear cut as compared to PSG. And as I said, they really never were in the game. I'll be very honest with you, despite having so much of possession and creating the chances, but the chances were never really threatening. Like, off the top of my head, I could think of one Achraf Hakimi's run, and I think one Pacho shoot which clipped the post in the first half. Apart from that, I really don't have any remembrance of a close chance for PSG. On the Arsenal end, there was Martinelli's chance, there was Trossard's chance. Like, there was 3-4 more chances where Arsenal could have easily scored the goals, and courtesy of Donnarumma, they were PSG won saved. So I think a very good performance, and if those goals goals would have gone, we would have been sitting here and we would have been saying what a great win, 4-0 win for Arsenal. And the question marks that are gonna be asked now, people are gonna come out again, and they are gonna try try to to criticize Arsenal's style of play and whatnot. Like, I really don't give a fuck. My team has won, and we have won convincingly. It was a great performance, and even if the other team scored more goals, I don't really care. I have seen the scorelines. I've seen other games as well. I was watching 3 games at the same time, so I know what happened in the other games as well. But you need to know what teams the other teams were playing as compared to, like, Manchester City played against Bratislava. No disrespect to Bratislava, but they are not PSG. Same with Borussia Dortmund, they played against Celtic. Barcelona played against Young Boys. So you cannot really compare Arsenal's game to those games, because of the type of opponent that they had. And again, I mean, no disrespect to those teams, but they are not nowhere near the level of PSG. Like, they are the reigning League One champions. So whatever other people say, it doesn't really matter. A great performance for Arsenal, and a huge win. It is our first win in the Champions League, and we needed that. And it is against a tough opponent, and we basically, in my opinion, we really outplayed them. Tactically, Arteta was way ahead of Enrique. He was never able to do what he wanted to do. If you are not able to break an opponent team down, no matter how hard you try, I think you need to give it up to the opposite manager and the players, that they were really good, and Arsenal players were amazing tonight. So yeah, that's it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys think of the game, what you guys think of how we are playing now, especially our defense. Let me know all of this in the comment section below. I'm gonna make videos about the other games as well, but it will take some time. I just wanted to get the Arsenal video out first. So yeah, like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers in this month. We had like 80+ subscribers in the month of September, so that goal is to double it, to get around 160 subscribers and cross that 400 videos mark before the month of October ends. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.